get down to business now with the details of those stories. Protest by ECG workers across the country today demanding severance packages as government prepares to hand the power distributor to a concessionaire. But that demand has also been met with fierce resistance from government. Energy Minister Boakye Agyarko, flanked by other high-ranking government officials, called the bluff of the workers, asking those workers who are demanding severance packages to resign from the ECG. More on that shortly, but we can take you now to some parts of the country where protests have been held by the ECG workers. Kofi Siao is the Eastern Regional Correspondent, and Kofoidja, he'll join us on the telephone shortly. Before that, by the way, take a look at how things panned out there. Some sort of a fanfare demonstration there. Kofi Siao is a man who was on the ground for us. He joins me on the line. Hello, Kofi.
Hello, Giti.
Tell us what has happened. Here in Accra, the minister or the ministry is actually calling their bluff. What are the leaders in the ECG? I'm talking about the management of the ECG there saying to this.
Well, this is not coming from the management, but rather the union members of the Public Utility Workers Union. And they are the mother company of the electricity company workers union. So they have been insisting that they deserved to be, given their package before government decides to, or government intends to give the concession to a private person. So they are still insisting that the Labour Act gives government that opportunity to deliberate with them so that they can arrive on a severance package for the workers. So they picketed today at all the 14 district offices in the Eastern region to drum home their grievances.
Let me find out from you. This happened earlier today. As we speak now, it's 3 p.m. The day is almost getting to an end. Has anything happened? Has there been any new development on this matter?
Well, in the morning, the demonstration, according to the leaders, was to last for 2 hours. So they started around 8 a.m. and it came to a halt at 10 a.m. But between that time, customers who came there were denied the services of the ECG. So they weren't able to access the services of the Electricity Company of Ghana. But as I speak with you now, they've resumed work and operation is still going on. But they've not heard anything from probably the government or whoever is supposed to be, going into agreement with them. So they are expecting government to respond to the several letters that they've written to them so that they can see the way forward.
What is the extent of dissatisfaction or let's say anger among customers who have come to the ECG office? Elsewhere, I mean, in other parts of the country, some customers have been stranded. Is that the same situation?
Well, it's that of frustration. Someone came and he said he's operating a corn mill, and that customers are waiting for him at his base. So when he came there to buy credit or prepaid, let me put it that way, he didn't get it, so he was frustrated. So he had to wait for the 2 hours for the demonstration to come to a halt before they could serve him. So it's that of the frustration in the eastern region.
And as we speak, nothing has changed. It appears that it will eat into tomorrow. Is that a possibility?
No, this picketing lasted only today. They are not continuing today. It's not like before when they could picket like a week or two. Right. So this is just for today. And
they're obviously not serving customers.
Yes, as I speak with you, they have resumed their operations. So they are serving them.
So they're serving customers. Sounds like a good thing. Thank you very much, Kofi Sian there with that update on what's happening in that part of town. Let's go to the eastern region. First, let's hear Abraham Lincoln, who is union chairman for the ECG workers in that region.
Yes, yesterday I had a discourse with him on Joy FM, and I believe that he was saying that we have to wait for the new operators of ECG to come in before we call for this demand. We believe that that is not the right way to go, because if you have to wait and the company is handed over to a new person, that one will be very difficult for us to be able to get our severance from such a company that we've not worked for all these years. So he is having his opinion, but we believe that the course that we are trending, we are on the right path. Our actions, all our protestations, TUC is part of this cause that we are embarking on. It's not that TUC, the mother union, is not part of us, because we've passed a resolution at Congress which all of us abide by it. So TUC is part of us. So most of our press conferences that is organized at the TUC Secretariat, the GS himself is there. So it's not like they have neglected us. They are part and parcel of this action that we are embarking on.
All right, let's go to the central region now, where our sister station, Adom FM's Alfred Amo, has been speaking to some of the protesting workers as well as some customers.
Here we are in the Electricity Company of Ghana office at Asinfosu in the Asinop municipality of the central region. As you can see, there's a demonstration here. Participants of this demonstration are Electricity Company of Ghana workers. Without wasting more time, let's quickly get in touch with them and find out the motive behind the demonstration, because they are supposed to work this morning. Let's go to them and find out the motive behind the demonstration. Last year, we heard something about this concession raised by the previous government. We demonstrated against that, but we see that still it's ongoing. Since it's ongoing, we have to. On the May day, the government said that there will not any dismissal, but we agree, yes, but there's no document covering that. Yeah, that's the reason we are fighting against the concession. The government want the government maybe to solve the concession, and again, there is some severance awards to be given to us. That's the reason why we are fighting for. As for the concession, the company is for the government. We can't dispute that, but we also play our part for us to get our severance award. The government said that when the concession takes place, nobody will go home. But there's no legal document which says that, fine, verbally, he has said that. But documented, no. We want it to be documented.
Last month, June, July, last bear by no. I'm not going from bad, I'm not know about him. You may buy no some in the car, 40 Ghana cedis. Me play Bessia, them could try. In Jabia, I'm poor, some mammy. I'm some important of some mammy. Me probably know some mammy. And this month, August, September, August, last bear by September, no. about 6.520. I'm because me fear me buy them said me number trans na hwehwem ti me buy nom say this year no manya able ti me twene boy say let me say ta ne o mo sa adwuma ne makwane hwehwem o ma ha me se kanya we ya ka mo bibi ofie anka me tuma kwaye nti manya be de me ntumi nkwase be so na me sa ama nti o se me twen.
That's a stranded resident there who has moved all the way from where he lives to where he could find a closest ECG office to sort out an issue that he has, because he's not quite sure about the bill that was brought to him. He owed about 40 cedis. He was disconnected. He sorted it out, and now he says he owes about 600 cedis plus. So he's there to sort it out, and he was told that they were not in a very good mood to work, and so he has to wait because where he lives is quite far from where he is at the moment. Let's get on the phone and speak to Richard Kojonyako. Is this the same situation that all customers within the region are having to face? Richard.
Hi, Gisty.
Bring us up to speed on the situation on the ECG, and let's start with the customers and what they're having to deal with because the staff are agitating.
Well, a lot of the customers came to the ECG office, the headquarters where the demonstration took place. Some came as early as 7:30 to wait for the workers. Apparently, most of them didn't know about the protest and the demonstration today. So they were here to be served. But unfortunately, none was in the office to serve them. And so it infuriated them greatly. They complained because I spoke with one woman who manages a hostel at the University of Cape Coast, who says that the card has been reading an error. And so he brought a card for them to rectify the anomaly. But here she was. No one was attending. No one was even telling her anything that they were demonstrating. And so after that one, she will be attended to. So she had to complain. But I think no one even heeded to the complaints that she was lodging. Eventually, she had to leave. There were scores of other people that had also come to be served. They are customers of ECG. They had come to the headquarters to be served. But, I mean, there was no one to serve them. The workers were in red armbands demonstrating. Yesterday, they hinted that today they were going to spend an hour in demonstrating. They were demanding their severance packages. So today, through to the hours, they started demonstrating. And so about 40 people, workers of the ECG, were at the headquarters to demonstrate. They were beating anything in sight. They brought some brought lead of saucepans. Others also brought anything wooden material and any metal that was closer, and so they were beating them. Somewhere of them were also whistling. So that was really what happened. But I tell you for a fact that the customers were not in the least happy. They were really, really incensed about what was going on, and they said that they support the privatization agenda of government because they feel that people have treated the ECG work as business as usual, and so if they gave it to a private person or a private company to manage it, ECG will be better off, and all of them will have better services when it comes to service.
I see. This happened earlier today. What has changed as we speak?
Well, around midday, the demonstration ended, and so the workers went back. But at that time, a lot of them had spent a lot of time, an awful lot of time there at the headquarters waiting to be served, and so they had to go in disappointment. So I don't know whether most of the people that came early in the morning, they returned to be served. But as of midday, things had returned to normal, and so they were serving the people. So life is normal at the ECG headquarters where the demonstration took place. And
it appears from all angles that those that are agitating at the moment are, let's say, frontline staff or, ground staff. Are you able to speak to whether or not management or people in higher levels in the company are involved in this, or what are their thoughts on what's happening?
Well, today the people I saw were engineers, people that sit in the counter to serve staff. They were those technical persons that handle the faulty equipment and the faults that people complain about. But I did not see any manager or the regional manager or the Metropolitan Manager of the ECG, all I saw were these categories of people. I saw the pool executives and I saw the council chair who was leading the demonstration, and he spoke to the media after the demonstration. So I didn't see any big senior official of the ECG that was also taking part in the demonstration. Okay, hopefully this won't eat into tomorrow and customers won't have to go through what they've had to deal with today. Thank you very much, Richard Kojonako, our Central Regional Correspondent, with that update there. Well, let's come back to Accra and tell you what the latest is on this, shall we? Those of all of the agitations may not yield any result because the Energy Ministry say they'll either the workers will either have to exit or shut up and stay. The sector minister has been addressing a news conference today.
Then we were also confronted with the desire that ECG workers be paid a severance, leaving ECG, and then before they move on to the new company. As for that one, Adabraka, if you decide to leave ECG, then you will be paid your severance. But you should not have the expectation or guarantee that the new company will take you on. You have made a decision to sever your relations with ECG, and it should not put you in the faithful expectation that going forward you have a job with. So it is open. All the ECG workers who want to leave and not join the new company are at liberty to do so, and their severance so arranged. But it's not going to be a collective bargaining situation where all ECG workers, all 6,500 of them, are paid a severance and then transferred to NewCo. You are at liberty to transfer yourself to NewCo and carry with you all your benefits from ECG and continue accruing new benefits. Equally at liberty to say that I want to wash my hands off electricity company and go my merry way. So these are the issues.
So that's for those who are willing to leave the ECG. Now, for those who do not want to leave, he's saying that you do not have to worry because your 20-year job security is assured in the next agreement with NewCo.
There were issues that were not palatable with the concession arrangements as they stood. First, there were no guarantees for our workers. Secondly, the level of Ghanaian participation was not going to be assured. Then the length of the concession. We did our calculations and we decided to reduce the length of the concession from 25 to 20 years. Initially, we also said that Ghanaian workers are entitled to some job stability and security. Therefore, we said in the first proposal that no Ghanaian worker in ECG was going to be laid off in the first 5 years. Workers expressed their concern, well, what happens to us after 5 years? Legitimate concern. So what we finally negotiated and ended up with was that for the 20 years that the concession is going to be in operation, no ECG worker could be laid off in that period. I think that is the surest guarantee of employment. But we have said that for the 20 years that the concession is in operation, the ECG workers who are now in the new company cannot be laid off. In addition, they were concerned about their benefits. What happens to their benefits that they accrued in ECG? And we introduced the term of the art called grandfathering. And I know a lot of people have tried to make mischief of grandfathering. It simply means this. All the benefits you have accrued, benefits and entitlements you have accrued under ECG will be transferred lock, stock, and barrel to the new company, intact, without the new company having the right to alter the benefits previously accrued. That is a way of guaranteeing under the Labour Act, that whatever you are entitled to from ECG will move without alteration to the new company.
Energy Minister Boakye Jacko there. We're trying to reach the Public Utility Workers Union under the ECG. We understand that they're in a meeting at the moment, but we'll need them to take their position on the two options that are available to them as far as the Energy Ministry is concerned. If you want a severance package, then you're ready to leave. But if you're ready to stay, a 20-year security tenure awaits you.